Ribeye steak, mushrooms, asparagus, garlic butter, Coleman's English mustard. Yum. This is going to be absolutely lovely. I can't wait. Now, I just checked the forecast and it's been updated. Now, the system that I've just looked at is showing gusts up to 75 kilometers an hour by the morning. I've got to make a choice. So what do? I can either pack this down. If I don't, I'm not going to get any sleep. And this could all get crushed by the morning and then I'm in real trouble. It is ripping through. That bit's over and done with. So we're in New Zealand, top of the South Island. Temperature is about 10 degrees Celsius, but it's blowing. So it's more like 8 degrees Celsius. While it's sunny, it's fine. As soon as that sun goes in behind some of these massive clouds up here, it's going to get really cold quickly with this wind and the wind chill. It doesn't look like anyone's coming the other way, so we should be good. So camp is going to be just up here in the trees by the side of the road here. I'm going to just use my awning and some awning walls that I've just got. I've got to guy it all down because the winds up here can be quite strong sometimes, and I'm hoping that the awning can take it. And it's end of November, late November, and because it's Southern Hemisphere, we're coming into summer. It's still spring here. All right, we're going to push on through and see you at camp. Bernie. Oh, and those who've been following my channel know that the truck was out of action for about 3 weeks, getting everything serviced, brakes replaced, everything topped up, control arms replaced. So fingers crossed the truck is back to 100% again, because up here you really need those brakes, you really need that suspension to be strong, and your gearbox, diff, everything. This is an unforgiving piece of road. Alright, not far now. loads of goats. Look at all these goats. Look at that, Bernie. All these goats. Yep. Bernie's on him. You can see him. Look at him run like crazy. And this is where I'm camping, right next to this fallen tree. Right next to the goats. Got to make sure Bernie doesn't go chasing after them. Okay, we're here. Might have to tie Bernie up because he's going to go looking for the goats. Okay, first thing we've got to do is put Bernie's harness on, and then we will tie him off to the truck, just because those goats are literally 100 meters down there somewhere and I don't want him running off after them. Come on then, Bernie, and then we'll give him his treat. Bernie, come. Bernie, come on. Let's put this on. Good boy. So in case you're wondering, Bernie is a 1.5-year-old purebred border collie. So we've got to give him some water. And we've just got to tie him off to the truck here. Bernie, come. Bernie, come on. Bernie, come on, come here. Good boy. Ugh. Okay. Oops. Right. So, as I said, in the sun, it's okay. It's not too cold. So I've got dust in my eyes. Oh, it's a dusty drive up. Ugh. Right. So here's the plan. I'm going to get the awning out, set it up. Then we've got the awning walls, and I've never set them up before. And we're going to sleep out under the awning walls. But this awning is, these walls are unique in that they cover the side and the back, I hope. So we'll get that sorted. Then we can get on with camp. So this is the Darchi awning hard case. And it's an awesome awning. Right, we've got legs for it, and I've got to have to guy them down as well. And I've got spare legs as well, just in case the wind is really strong. I've got these Avo Forest legs. These things are so strong as well. So I've got a whole bunch of these, and I can fit, I think I can fit on each boom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can fit 4 legs on this thing. Oh, and I need to guide them down. So I've got a whole bunch of guys, a whole bunch of pegs. We'll do that afterwards. So, legs. That's the poles in. So now I think what we've got to do is attach the awning walls. Gosh, it's getting dark. Attach the awning walls, and then I think I'll be ready to guy it down because I'll have got everything sorted out then. I think guying down last is going to be the thing to do here. Yeah. Get up, man. All right, awning walls. Oh, it's very heavy, this thing. So I opened it, but I haven't ever used these before. So I don't know where they go. I'm hoping they're marked. Okay, the kit comes with some very basic pegs. So, I'm assuming these inner ones have no mesh. Yep, they go on the inside. The mesh ones go on the outside. So I'm looking for, okay, so there's a number here. So this is number 9 or 6. This is number 5. Okay, so that's 6, 5. Okay, so we'll start with 1. So I've just got to find out which one is 1. It's probably going to be the last one I get to, knowing my luck. Right, the zips are at the top. Okay, so this is number 4. This is number 5. It's going to be the last one, isn't it? This is number 2. Oh, Bernie, it's going to be the last one. Unbelievable. Okay, this is an inner one. Oh, this has got to be number 1. Number 3. Unbelievable. Is it really the last one I get to is number 1? Number 6. Uh-oh. hold on, I must be looking at this wrong. If this is number 2, then maybe that's just where it attaches at the 2. But I've got to work this out and then I'll bring you back. But I worked it out. Believe it or not, there isn't really a 1. 1 is this inner channel. So that can actually go on last. We'll start with number 2, which is here. Again, this is just the first time I've done it, so I'm assuming once you've done it once, it gets a lot easier. And it just zips on. Like that. Check it out. Okay, that was 2, and then we've got 3. Which should also do the exact same thing. Yep. It's tricky because I've got the poles in place and they're in the way of the zip. But we'll make it work. There we go. Oh yeah. So here, I'll zip this up, and then this one zips together as well. And it has Velcro for added strength. Oh, I tell you what, that's actually pretty easy. Woo! Right, now we're going to do this one. The flies, the blowflies, are getting on Bernie's nerves. He's trying to bite. Bernie, leave them. Come on, come and leave them. We'll get the thermocell on soon, and that should help with those. All right. Oh, yeah, the poles are in the way. Makes it a bit more difficult. Might have to take the pole out. Okay. Alright, once the pole's out, it's a lot easier. Oh, look how easy that is. That's no hassle at all. Okay, and then the last one here. But you can't put this thing on without the poles. So, because it's too heavy, I think. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Okay, if you're vertically challenged, this is going to be difficult for you. So if you're like, you know, Luke from Outdoor Gear Review, you're going to struggle. I don't think he could reach this. Maybe he could stand on a box, because he's only 5'4". There we go. Right, now what we have to do is attach the inner as well, and then we peg it all down. But before we do that, let's let some light in here. And some airflow, because it's going to get hot in here really quickly. This one's a door, a mesh door. And there's an inner door. Okay. I don't really want to undo everything yet because I need to guy it down. Benny's managed to put his collar on. Okay, so I've got a bit of light in here. I can see what I'm doing vaguely. Right, so let's get this inner up. Okay, so this says 6 here. Now, of course, you don't have to put this up, but because I'm going to be sleeping in here, I need it open. Oh, again, pole is in the way. Bumblebees. Oh. I'm making a right mess. Okay, pull back up. Good. Now you might be thinking, how am I going to get to everything if this is up here? Do not worry about that yet. I can tell though that the door isn't going to open. So we might have to roll this whole thing up. We'll see. So this one, right. So this one doesn't zip on. It slides into this channel here. Like so. This would be a lot easier with 2 people. When they built this thing, I'm envisaging that's what they thought you would have. All right, perfect. And then this zips onto this one somehow. But my thing is so huge, as he said, I don't see how that's going to work. I might just have to roll it up for now. It's got these pockets to put batteries in to power the lighting. But I might attach Hey, if I need to roll this up, can I? Are there toggles to roll this thing up? Probably are. So let's... Now I need to set this thing up so that it's ready to go tonight. And then peg it out. So I will set this whole thing up as is, and then we'll unravel it once the rest is pegged out. I think that's the safest bet. Hey Bernie. Yeah, so my truck is so high off the ground that, here I'll show you. So my truck is so high off the ground that this isn't going to go to the floor. That's just how big my truck is. It's massive. So that's the only flaw in this design, is they need to make this inner door. Bernie, for Christ's sake, lie down. Lie down. Come on, lie down. Bernie, lie down. Good boy. Yeah, they need to make that longer. Alright, but for now I will guy it down, just so that this is all set up. We'll attach everything. So this is the last zip I think I need to do. Oh, this last one's going to be a bugger to get on. Oh no, that was okay. No, that was fine. Okay, that's it. They're all done. So now what I've got to do is go around the outside, guy it all down, and then we're good. But I lowered the poles just a little bit, just so this whole thing can get down to the ground. So I've got my massive peg. What we're going to do is start pegging this down. I'm assuming you just got to keep adjusting it as you go. Excuse the arse shot. A lot of people say you should use screw pegs. They don't work here. It's too rocky. The only thing that works are gigantic pegs. These things. Look at the size of that. Massive pegs, 12-inch pegs. Okay, let's get this nice and taut. Oh, there's so many rocks. You've literally got to punch through the rock. There we go. We'll sort that one out afterwards. There is just no easy way to do this. There's massive rocks in here that you've got to break through. I can always weigh that down with some more rock. Well, these things are going to be so blunt afterwards. Hey ho, is what it is. Honestly, I'm going to get so many suggestions saying use a drill. It would be flat by the time I got through all this rock. The pegs that it comes with would never be able to do this. Just no way. Right, I'm going to finish pegging all this down. I'll bring you back because this is going to take me ages. Woo! And I'm getting a pump. All right, all pegged in. Let's have a look inside and fix everything in there as well. Poor Bernie's been stuck in here. I don't really need the fly mesh down because they can just get in under the awning anyway. This ground is so rocky, it's insane. Massive rocks. The pegs are all knackered now, definitely. Hey Bernie. I'll let you out in a second, hang on. So the only thing left to do is to flip the zip covers down and roll the inner tents up. I don't know what use they're going to be, but there's no way you can secure this thing from bugs. There's no way, unless you can get it down to the ground. And I just don't see how that's possible. This could do with being just a little bit bigger. The zip flap. But I guess it will suffice. The gutter. Okay, and we can roll all the doors up. Or down. I guess they go down. So we can see out. It would be nice if the doors were plastic, these windows. Just clear plastic. Oops. Then you wouldn't have to roll these up. But I guess it's done for privacy. Right, now I need to give Bernie his treat. I didn't want to do it straight away because I thought it might freak him out with me doing the awning. So as soon as I roll the inners up, I can get to his treat and we can give that to him. He's heard the word treat. Likes the sound of that. Right, so we'll roll these inner doors up. I mean, I could leave it down and then open it up. I could show you what that looks like. So it looks like that. And then my awning lifts up, my door I mean. Hey presto. I could leave it like that for now. It doesn't really matter. It's not gonna form a cover tonight anyway, but I will leave it in place. Right, Bernie's treat. Here you go, Bernie. Let's see if we can do a sit pretty. Right, we want the best sit pretty possible, Bernie. Come on. Come here. Come. Okay, sit. All right, sit pretty. Sit pretty. Lovely. Good boy. And he can't carry it off away from you. Right, I need to get my chair out and we need to get a zesty. My Darchi chair, and I am not sponsored by Darchi, by the way. I just like their gear. My revolver chair. Cup holder, and we need a zesty. Oh. Ooh. Well, we're down. And Bernie's got his treat. It looks like it's going to rain, but not forecast to rain for quite a while. Cheers, everybody. Right, what I think I'm going to do is, I'm going to leave all my bedding until the last minute before dinner. There's nothing else I need to do now. It's 4 p.m. We're going to have a pretty early dinner because I'm starving. I haven't eaten. I've only had breakfast and that was it. I'm just going to tidy the rest of this up. Get my table ready. But once he's had this treat, we'll take him for a walk up the road. Keep an eye on him just in case of goats. But yeah, we'll let him off the lead and we'll let him have a walk. So I'll have my zesty, wait for him to finish his treat, and then we'll go for a walk. Right, so it's lovely space in here, I tell you. Bernie, no, you can come out the door. It's a big space. I reckon tonight I'll have my bed just here, have Bernie next to me. No creepy crawlies, hopefully. We don't have any bears, wild animals, anything like that. Maybe a possum or a goat. I don't think they're going to want to come in. Not with Bernie in there. And Bernie can sleep next to me. I'll have him on the lead tied up as well. So let's just have a look what this looks like outside now. Bernie, stay with me. I don't want you chasing goats. Good boy. Looks good. Great setup. Pleased with this. It's just my truck is so high up. It's going to struggle to get to the ground. I could lower the poles a bit more, but then I don't think it will help. I'm kind of surprised Darchi didn't make this a bit longer. That would have helped. But for a standard size truck, this would be fine. but I just don't think there's any way you can get this to really go properly to the floor. And they don't use elastic, which makes it a bit harder. Yeah, there might be a way, I don't know. Okay, let's take Bernie for a walk. Come on, Bernie. We're not going to go that way. Bernie, no, 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 no. He wants to go and chase the goats. Come on. Let's go and check out the view. Good spot. No trees to fall on me either. That one's already fallen down over there. And it feels quite secluded, quite sheltered here. I can see the wind whipping up through the trees above, but it's not touching me at all. Fingers crossed it stays like that. Okay, we're going to get to a viewpoint. You pee there, Bernie. Get to a viewpoint and have a look and see what we're looking at out there. Woo! So we're at 1400 meters here. And boy oh boy, what a view. I think last time we came this spot, Bernie did see some goats and chased them. Lovely. You can see the road in the distance there that I came down, just there. Oh, that breeze is nice now, cooling me off. Should have brought my hat as well. And I've got a lead with me, just in case Bernie legs it. I need to get him back and hold on to him. Look at this. Stunning. Definitely some weather coming in from over there. But honestly, nothing's meant to start happening until very, very early tomorrow morning. 3 a.m, 4 a.m. is when it's meant to start. But anything can happen on the mountains, on the tops here. Right, I'm going to carry on walking Bernie. Give him a really good walk and we'll see what's over that ridge there. Oh. So, see who remembers this spot from years ago with Brucey, when Bruce got stung by a wasp. Unfortunately, nothing to do with the wasp sting, but a couple of months later, he passed away from sepsis when we were on holiday. Come on, Bernie. This campsite here. Oh, looks like they've had a big tree come down. This is another nice little spot, secluded. There's a nice path that goes up to the ridge top there, and another one through here. But I camped here with a rooftop tent. It was a very simple camp, and that was awesome. That was a really nice camp. I think I prefer where I am now. Come on, Bernie, what's through here? I think I prefer where I've pitched up. Oh, there's a pig wallow here. Look at that. There's tracks in there. Pigs will love that. Oh, this looks like it's all grown over. I don't think we can go this way, Bernie. No, it looks like it's grown over. Come on. Now, what I don't want is Bernie going in that pig wallow, because he will if he can. No, no, Bernie, no. I knew he was going to go in there. Oh, he'd love it. He'd get filthy. Whew. Let's go and have a look at the view. Yeah, it's a good little spot. Maybe I'll come back here one day. It's just memories of Brucey though. I always find that difficult. Memories of Bruce, memories of Bruno in different camp spots. Brings it all back. I seem to recall there was a beautiful view from here. Yeah. It's just stunning. It's a stunning part of the world, New Zealand. We've got so much diversity in our flora and fauna. Just not wildlife so much, but that's a good thing, to be honest. It's a very, very new island, very new continent. Zealandia. I don't know when they're officially going to recognize that as a continent. So the way up the mountain goes up there. There's a road in the distance, runs along that ridge there. You can just see it. That's where I drove up a couple of months ago, and I camped right on the top in the truck. That was pretty horrible, I have to say. It snowed, sleet, ice. Yeah, that was gross, and I had to sleep in the truck. Don't think I'll be doing that again. I'd be tempted to go up there with Buddy, but there's just nothing up there. It's kind of like Mars, where I camp as well. All right, Bernie, we've gone a long way. Let's go back. Come on. Come on, let's go back. Your tongue, it's got a life of its own. There's some wild camping spots here. If you wanted snow, you park up and just camp out here. It's just beautiful. I love the tops. Apart from being next to the stream, being on the tops is my favorite place. All right, we're gonna get back. Gonna have some almonds, just a snack, and then we'll do dinner. I can't wait for dinner. What do you think, Bernie? You ready for dinner? Oh yeah. Bernie is on the lookout for those goats, but I think they'll be long gone now. He's having a good old sniff though. What a lovely spot. We'll just go and have a look on the other side here, see if we can see them. These clouds look quite menacing, I have to say. This is where we find out if this thing's waterproof or not. I hope it is. So this came down a few weeks ago in a massive storm we had here, because I tried driving up here and Buddy, there were so many trees down, couldn't make it. Coming up now, this time I saw so many trees had been cut away and pushed out the way, bulldozed. So there was no way I was going to make it up here. Oh, he's definitely onto the scent. Come on, Benny, leave. And then this view is completely different, of a different valley. But you see all the vineyards. This is where they make Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc that they sell around the world. The most famous Sauvignon Blanc all comes from around here. That's all vineyards, this side and the other side of that river. Bernie, you're so handsome. Isn't that beautiful? And then Mars, where I camp, that's just over there, high up, a bit higher than we are now. Right, I need another zesty. Come on, Benny. Come on. Come. Come on. Put your tongue away. I need another zesty snack, and then we'll do dinner. It's getting a bit chilly, but that was nice. Cooled me off from that sun. Whew. Right, time to put our dinner on. Trusty's Empire table. This thing has been through some battles. It's been set on fire, dropped, blown across a mountain. It's had all sorts of stuff happen to it. Right. That's not going to work. That'll do. Okay. And then I've got my Iwatani gas stove. Oh, that's all wibbly. I'm having a bit of a disaster here. Alright, this does have adjustable feet, so let's do this. Oh, you know, I just can't be bothered. Right. Okay, so what we need to do is, I just need to work out when to give Bernie his dinner. Bernie, is it dinner time? You want your dinner? Okay. Alright, we've got a very special mixture for Bernie. It's lamb, vegetables, fresh stuff, mixed in with some of his dry food as well. Oops. Just put a bit of water in there. Okay. Good boy, Bernie. Go on then. Okay, while he's doing that, let me get my dinner out. Okay, we are having ribeye steak with mushrooms and asparagus and garlic and parsley butter. And of course, mustard and a zesty. We've got some Himalayan rock salt, pepper, and no cutlery. That's not good. Got a fork. Just trying to find a knife. Ah, got it. So my water tank here, in here, holds 40 litres. 40 litres is massive, plenty. Right, so what we need to do, I definitely don't want to set light or melt the awning. Right, we need, plug the gas in. Okay, let's get that nice and hot. So what we'll do first is we'll put the steak in, because I want to use some of the fat off of the steak to help cook the other things. I'm only going to put one steak in. These are fairly big steaks. Just searing it all over. We'll put the butter in at the end. And Bernie's finished his, so we'll give him some water. Okay, and we can relax a bit and start cooking everything else. Bon appetit. Well, no, cheers actually. Hey Bernie. Bernie, come and lie down. Come on, come round. Good boy, come on, come in. Come on, come round, round, round. Come and lie down. Good boy. Okay. Now, I'll put this just down to simmer. I might have to put the the butter in now. The butter kind of burns. But it's the only way I'm going to be able to cook the mushrooms and the asparagus. Let's chuck all the asparagus in. When you're doing asparagus, you don't cut the ends off, you snap the ends off so you can see where it's fresh. And it will snap at the point where it's freshest. If you want to trim them to make them look nice, it's fine. Oh, you see that one was, there you go. Oh, yummy. Alright, now the problem I'm having is, this is where it's an issue of not being level. So I am going to have to prop this up. Better? That's better. Now you'll notice I took that wall down because it was just in the way. So that's gone now. I've put that away. Right, mushrooms. Oh, this is going to be so good. Gonna need more butter. Just occurred to me I might have forgotten my plate. Now Bernie can't have any of this because there's garlic in the butter. He's had a massive dinner, so he's all right. If I had a lid, I could cook these mushrooms much easier. But water also works with mushrooms, so I'll put that butter in there. And we'll add just a bit of water around the mushrooms. It sort of steams them. Okay, welcome to Tony's cooking show. I don't think you can see Bernie, he's right here next to me. Yeah, that's better. Bit of water. You could use wine, I mean ideally, I haven't got any wine. I'm on the wagon, I'm not drinking alcohol, haven't been for a while. Doing major training at the moment. So if you're thinking I'm looking thinner or fitter than usual, that's why. Doing a lot of weights, but I'm on a calorie deficit every single day. High protein, hardly any carbs, lots of fats. Oh, this is going to be so good. I just can't believe I didn't bring a plate. What do I have? Oh, hallelujah. Oh, I thought I hadn't got my plate then. Oh, we are rocking now. Coleman's English mustard. Now I'm going to get the usual steak snobs who've never had Coleman's English mustard, and they think it's like French mustard or something, American mustard, and they're going, ugh, gross, never on a steak. I know what it is, it's just Americans. The Americans of you, you know who you are. Just got to let it go. This is not your normal mustard. And if you're one of the people that's gone out and bought Coleman's, because I have Coleman's, let me know what you're thinking of it. Think of it. Right, I think we're going to be able to let this steak sit soon. Oh. Coke Zero, zero caffeine for the win. It's just the flavour. Yummy. Again, I just don't want to have caffeine this late. I've said that before. That's why I have that stuff. Wish I had a lid for this pan. It would make cooking everything so much quicker. Alright, the asparagus is almost done. You want it a little bit al dente. Nice little crisp to the asparagus. Right, the steak, just by pushing on it, is ready. Alright, take that off, let that sit for a bit. And I might just melt a glob of garlic butter on top of my steak. No one around. Anne's not here, Anne's at home, so I can have all the garlic I want. This is going to be such a great meal. I don't even have to sit under here. I could sit out there. I just feel like it's about to rain for some reason. Alright, the mushrooms are definitely done. Alright, asparagus is done. So we'll put some English mustard on the side. English mustard is not for the faint of heart, it's very hot. And there we have ribeye steak, mushrooms, asparagus, garlic butter, Coleman's English mustard. Yum. Ah. All right, bon appetit, everybody. Bon appetit. I want to just try my asparagus. Yep, that's just right. Okay, steak. Let's have a look. Medium rare. Perfect. Dip it in the mustard. Bit of garlic butter. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh. Well, I'm going to tuck him and bring you back for cigar time. Bon appetit, everybody. What's up? Go ahead. Where's your stick, Bernie? Where's your stick? Where's the stick? Okay. Stick. Go on. Oh, dinner was absolutely epic. Can you see Bernie? Just there. Hey Bernie. You okay? I need a cup of tea. Gonna have some lemon and ginger tea. Yep, no hot chocolate for me on this one. So my goal is 10% body fat. I'm at 12% now. So 10% body fat. By the time I get to Christmas, and we are now near the end of November. In fact, I've got just a month to get there. And I think I can do it. And Brandon is my son. He's coming back for Christmas. And he's already like 8%, 9% body fat. Come on, Bernie, stay in here. I don't want you seeing goats and going running off. Come on, lie down. Come on. That's a good boy. There you go. So yeah, that's the goal. And the way I do it is I use a couple of apps. Let me just turn you around a bit. Hang on. Nobody said this was easy. I use a couple of apps. I use Macro Factor. I'm not sponsored. And I use a counter, Count KL, I think it is on the iPhone. And I log absolutely everything. I've said this before. I log everything. I weigh everything. And I'm on maximum at the moment. I've only started. This is day 4 of my low carb. I'm on 30 grams of carbs a day or less. Not a gram more. That's very difficult, but I'm doing it. And I'd already lost a lot of weight and I'd already trained hard and I have a lot of protein. I'm on over 200 grams of protein a day. And I weigh now 81 kilos. And when I started this, I weighed 92. I think my all-time high was 105 kilos. I mean, I was big. I had a lot of muscle. I still do have a lot of muscle. I haven't lost an awful lot of muscle, but obviously you're going to lose some. But it's just long-term health, and I've got to look after myself. And he's so loving. And yeah, it's just important to me to be as fit and as trim and as lean as possible. I don't need to be big and bulky anymore. Doesn't help with anything that I do. I can do anything that a bigger, bulky person can do in my everyday life. Hiking up mountains, on my ankle, on my knees, my joints, I want to have as less carried weight as possible. So losing body weight is one of the easiest ways to do that. All right, we're going to have a cup of tea. And then we'll do cigar time. And we might do cigar time walking again. Because I think you guys like it when I walk and do that. and then he'll enjoy a nice walk. We'll go that way this time, and he might see the goats. That's what he's desperate to see. But right now, I'm going to have a cup of tea. Oh, yeah, we're good. You're going to see him walk on the outside here. Just having a nice sniff around look. It's good that this does have the mesh so I can see through, I can see where he is, and I can look out. But I wish it had an option to have plastic windows that were then windproof, rainproof, but you could see out. I just wish they'd all do that. Yeah. It's a shame. So many of these awnings and tarps, I have ideas how they could just be perfect for what I want. But nobody ever asks me. Nobody ever asks YouTubers, what do we want? What do we want to see in the product? They just give them to us and ask us to use them and evaluate them. Whereas this, I had to buy all of this. Darchi, I've never asked them for anything. Right, cup of tea and I'll bring you back for a cigar. I think it's time to go for a cigar. What do you think, Bernie? Time for a cigar? So I've got a Monte Cristo number 4. It's chilly. It's about just under 12 degrees, 11 degrees Celsius. But the wind chill is making it cold. And just sitting here, I got cold because I got all the doors down. So when we get back, definitely gonna have to do all the doors up. Put my warm jacket on. Now I'll tell you what I have done. I've forgotten. I've forgotten a lot on this trip, but I've forgotten my lighters. So my emergency plasma lighter to the rescue. Let's go for a walk. Come on, Bernie. Let's go for a walk. So thanks again everyone for coming on this trip. Get the setup. Oh, it's cold out here actually. Maybe I should have put a jacket on as well. Once I get walking, I'll be okay. Yeah, thanks for coming on this one. Thank you to all our subscribers, fans, viewers, long-term viewers, new viewers. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes, subscribes, everyone who's bought merch. Thank you so much. Everyone who's on Buy Me a Coffee, thank you so much for that as well. YouTube members, I think I said YouTube members, and Patreon, thank you to all of you. Super thanks, everybody. Thanks so much. Hey, look, there's goat scat right here. Bits of goat poo. Bernie's going to be looking for them down here. It's a new thing on YouTube, on the community posts section, where the community can make their own posts on a channel. Now, I haven't enabled this thing because I've heard a lot of channels complaining about it, saying it's messed up their channel, scammers and everything else. But the way to use it is really very, very brief. 48 hours, switch the feature on, switch it off again. So here's what I'm going to do, and obviously if I'm only going to leave this feature running for 48 hours, the only people that are going to be able to participate in this are the people that watch this video in the first 48 hours of it coming out. And I know a lot of people, especially older people, and I have a lot of older viewers, struggle to comprehend when a video has come out versus when I actually published it and when they see it. Bernie! Good boy. and they can't quite get their head around the fact that some of the videos they're watching are 2, 3, 4 years old, and they think it's just come out. And I'm talking, and they're talking back on the comments, thinking that this is a recent video. Do you know I still get comments saying, yes, I'd like to see the tango, when people see that video? Because they just don't know that it's in the next couple of videos. So it's very difficult being a YouTuber with an older demographic that watches, because they struggle. And I can understand why. YouTube doesn't make it easy to understand that the video you're watching, because it doesn't make it crystal clear what the date is. So, I'm going to run a competition. And it's going to be, I'm going to switch this feature on. You've got to go to, I think you've got to go to the community post section, and you'll see you can post your post there. Oh, my fingers are getting cold. Whew. And it's going to be to upload photos of you or your pets watching us. It doesn't have to be this video that they're watching. It could be any of my videos. It's up to you which one it is and whatever, but the picture has to be of either you or your pet watching either on the TV, computer, or phone, watching one of our videos. And what I think are the best top 3, I will post myself, so they're out there forever. On the community channel and on Facebook and on Instagram. Look at this. So the road goes all the way up there, climbs and climbs, and we're at 1,200 meters here. And then that's the road. It goes around this mountain here, and then there is the road in the distance there. And I usually camp. My camp spot is right there. That's where I've done loads of camps up here, is that spot right there. That's how much further I've gone. This is a lovely forest. Isn't it, Bernie? Lovely. You're loving it. I'm freezing. You're not cold at all. Unbelievable. Bernie, I think we should head back, because we're not walking up there. That's not happening. Bernie, no way. That's so steep up there. It's just not going to happen. There's a beautiful lake just over there, but you can't see it. It's on the other side of that ridge. And that's what feeds that river down there. So, come on, Ben. Good boy. So yeah. I will enable the posts on this community when this video goes live to the public, and probably 48 hours, we'll see, maybe 72, we'll see, might be 72 hours, just to give the first 3 days, give people time to post photos, and then I'll go through them. Actually, I might have Anne go through them, because she loves doing these things. I might ask Anne to go through them, my wife, and pick which one's the top 3 favorite of them all. And then I'll post those out to absolutely everybody, and I'll put them on all of our social media, and I'll feature those 3 photos on my next video, if I can get it in time for this one, for the next one. So good luck to everyone with that. It'll be interesting to see how many people do it. Probably get like five photos, and that'll be it. Right, everybody, I'm gonna go back, have another tea, chill out, and then we've got to set all of our bedding up. Now, I was thinking, I've got an option. I could have Bernie in the car, he could sleep in the truck, and I could sleep under the cover and everything. But I don't think he'd like that. I think he wouldn't like being in the truck by himself when he knows I'm behind the truck and he can't see me. It might upset him. So I've got his bed with me as well. I've got blankets, everything. So I'll probably set his bed up as well. And what I'll do is I'll have to put the lead on him and attach it to the bed so he doesn't walk off in the middle of the night and go for a wander, which is probably what he would do. Thanks again for coming on this one, everyone. Hope you enjoyed Scar Time. I'm sorry it was a bit gloom and doom, but I got to talk about these things because there is gloom and doom out there. You know, let's be realistic. It's it's not looking great. And it hits me hard. I watch this stuff, I see this stuff, I learn about this stuff, and I want to communicate it, I want to talk about it. If there was great news, if things were going well everywhere, then great, we would talk about that, but it just isn't. Ironically, it's kind of social media and things like that, and that's caused a lot of these problems. Right, enough of that. Back to camp, warm up, cup of tea, watch a movie, and then I'll bring you back for setting up bedtime. Come on, Bernie. It's a sheer drop, Bernie. I wish you wouldn't stand on the edge like that. Oh, it's cold. Let's get in the warm. Right, it's getting pretty late. It's still light out, but I need to start thinking about the bed. So I need to pull these up, but also this awning has a little trick up its sleeve. If I can turn on my power bank. There we go. Okay. I keep turning it off. All right, here we go. So the lighting, nice. We have lights here as well. And they're the nice amber lights, so it doesn't attract bugs. I can't see if you can see me. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I've got a jacket on, cold. Right, so what we'll do is my bed, I think I'll set my bed up here. Oops, sorry, Benny. Now, you know what? I haven't checked my bed is okay after last time I wanted to use this, and it was a big storm, and it blew my tent away. And the bed went flying with all of it. Okay, let's see if that's stable. Let's see if it's level. Yep, that's good. Hello, Bernie. And then what we'll do is we'll put Bernie's bed right next to me. That's where he likes to be. And yeah, I think Bolly used this last. There, so Bernie will go on there. And he'll be nice and snug. Is this your bed, Bernie? Is that yours? Is that your lovely bed? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Much better. Okay, and then let me get my bedding, hang on. We've got a few things. Got a Buddy Mr. Heater. This thing's gonna be great. I've got my bedding. I've got a pad. This is the Thermarest Neo Loft pad. Pretty comfy. Actually, it's very comfy. I always feel like I'm going to fall off it, but it's pretty comfy. Now, it's not bedtime yet, but I just want to get everything ready. So we'll pump this up. Bernie doesn't like this, so I don't know what he'll do. He should be used to it by now. Yeah, he's used to it. There you go. Good. That didn't take too long. Right, and what I like to do is now bungee the pad on. So it gives me a bit more security. But the only thing is, I can't bungee it on and put my other thing on here. So I'm going to have to work out something different there. Right. So I've not used this quilt, I don't think, out in the wild, only in the truck. Got my comfy pillow. I've got my big Agnes. This is a 30 Fahrenheit bag. Diamond Park. 30 Fahrenheit. So this thing will be very comfy. The way this works is the sleeve goes over the pad like so. I've been tempted to do something like this when I was drunk before. Very, very difficult, I have to say. Okay, and then sleeve comes on this side. There we go. And the beautiful thing about this is it's got a pillow holder, like that, so your pillow doesn't fall off, and it's got double entry zips. I love this. They don't make these bags anymore. If you find a Diamond Park bag for sale anywhere, get it. Because I'm telling you, they don't make it anymore, and it's probably the most comfy bag. And I've used a 0 Fahrenheit, and this is, yeah, 30 Fahrenheit. And yeah, it's got dual entry zips, like so. This is going to be very comfy tonight. I just know it is. I'll let that loft up a bit. Hopefully I don't get cold. 30 should be fine. I just can't work out a way. I'm going to try and work out a way to bungee the pad to the bed. So I'm going to go hunting for my bungees. But I worked it out. So I've threaded a bungee over the pad like that. I mean, it won't be incredibly comfortable to sleep on like that, because that's going to be right there in the middle, but it will be fine. It's better to have that than have the pad falling off in the night or feeling like it's going to fall off. Obviously a flat strap would be better. I just don't have a flat strap. And this is going to be my bed. And I tell you what, it's going to be epic. Oh, this is going to be absolutely lovely. I can't wait. But Bernie will have to go on his lead. I can't have him walking around and walking off outside. So I've got a wall here that I will zip up. But the rest of it, all the rest of it under the truck to the other side is exposed fully. And then I've got my heater. My buddy Mr. Heater here. So we'll get a gas canister and get that cranking. Tell you what, this setup is absolutely brilliant. But we will see when the rain comes in the morning and potentially the wind. I'm cautiously optimistic. All right. Now this thing only works on flat ground, and it's got a knock sensor. So it might not start on this rough ground. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got a pilot light. So you hold it down for about 10-20 seconds just to be sure. Nope. It's got to heat that pilot light up. No, I think the problem is I'm not on the nozzle. The tip over nozzle isn't flat. It's really annoying. These things, once that ball is out of place, you've literally got to do that. Tip it so that the ball is back in place again. Ah, there we go, got it. Once you've done that, it should run just fine. Look at him, he's fast asleep. Oh wow, so much heat comes off this thing. Right, I'm going to seal it up. I might just leave the door open just to keep looking out, but I'll close all the other panels up and just chill out. Oh, and that bird, I don't know if you can pick it up. That's a bell bird. I always point that out. It's not a made up sound, and they do sound like R2-D2. So by removing this panel that was here, it's actually made it a lot tauter. I'll have to iron out how to sort that out, really. So, we're enclosed. apart from that gap and the gap along the bottom, one more panel. I think it's going to get very warm in here very quickly. I'll tell you what, my poles aren't actually doing anything now. Right, that's better. So I did say I was going to guy it down, but I don't need to because the awning acts as a guy line basically. And the awning is guyed down, so the whole thing is guyed down. Because these zips are so strong, it's holding the whole thing down anyway. So the only reason I would need to guy it down is to stop it pooling. But I don't think we've got enough rain coming to justify that. Not by the time I leave anyway, after breakfast. Well, I tell you what, now I've got that heater on and I've closed these panels, I'm getting hot. That's amazing. It just gets warm in here so quickly. Just from that one little heater. Right, and then the only other panel is that back one, so I've got to close that as well. So this one is also pegged down here and I've got a little rock on it. Now, it would be good if there was an attachment point here to stop this flapping. But I guess I could just tighten it out at the bottom there more. That might work. I'm not sure I can or not. Yeah, I think I can. I could just double loop it. Right, I'm going to have to nail this deep in. Or put this rock on. Oh, that works. Okay. Right, so that's pretty tight now at the bottom. Nothing I can do about the top. If it was wider, then I could bring this around more. Let me turn you so I can show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. So yeah, the problem is the width of my truck and to where my awning is set up. If the awning was out more, then fine, it would work, but it just doesn't. But that's my little home, my little corner there, look. What do you think of that? Not bad. I mean, look, we're covered from that side, that side, that side. This wall is going to be closed where the door is now. What's not to like? Okay, there's a gap along the bottom of the floor, whatever. But you know what? This space is so big. I could set up a little tent, my little nature hike 2-person tent that sits on a stretcher bed itself, and I could have both myself and Bernie in that, and I could just set that up here. No problem at all. Or here. And that could have mosquito, that's got mosquito mesh, and it's got an outer cover. Well, I wouldn't need that outer cover. I would just need the inner with the mosquito mesh. And then I'm secure. So maybe next time I'll try that. I'll bring that and we'll set that up in here. Now, this tent, this awning is nowhere near strong enough to use on Mars. It just isn't. The other Darchi awning I used that did work and was strong enough is a different design. It's got guy pullouts on the sides. This doesn't have anything like that, so it's a shame that it's not going to be as strong, but this is a fair weather. I think this is more of a fair weather awning for some rain, well, basically rain and a bit of wind, which is what we're going to get. Right, I'm going to chill out in front of the fire, watch a movie, drink my tea. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, what's not to like? Got my cup of tea. I'm gonna have another zesty as well. Bernie's happy on his bed. I might swap out what he's lying on and put a blanket down because he loves lying on the blanket. Or his sheepskin because he's used to a sheepskin. He won't be cold. And we're snuggled up together. This is going to be awesome. Alright, bring you back at bedtime, everybody. It's pretty dark now. The camera makes it look a bit lighter. Just thought I'd give you one last look around. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely. It's so toasty in there. My gas either just ran out or Bernie just knocked it. I think he just knocked it. Yeah, these things are a bit of a pain. There you go. The knock sensor, but it's a safety feature, so I'm glad for it. Oh, yeah, it's 10 Celsius. The wind chill is pretty cold. And it's really blowing. So I don't think you can see those trees up there moving. Or hear it. But it's making a hell of a racket. It's really gusting over there. Hey, Bernie. But we've somehow managed to just sneak in out of the worst of it. Fingers crossed all night. And in the morning stays like this, sheltered. I can only assume that the wind is funneling up this ridge here and blowing over the top there. So that's why it's not hitting anything below where we are. It's bouncing over the top. Like you can see this tree moving. But down here, nothing's moving. So you see it's dead calm here. But blowing up there. And all around me. So I'm just praying that this stays like this. And just look how lovely it is in here. Now, I'll be closing the door in a minute because it'll be pitch black and there's nothing to look out at anyway. But just look at this space. Come on, Bernie. Mind the heater. Good boy. You can find a way around. You don't like this heater, do you? Shall I move it? Here we go. Come on then. On your bed, Bernie. I've brought his sheepskin in for him. You gonna go on your bed? Bernie, on your bed? Come on your bed. Oh, you're not gonna go on your bed? You want to lie on the grass for a bit? Okay. Right, bring you back for bedtime. Hello, Bernie. Oh, welcome back, everybody. It's bedtime. Bedtime, Bernie, isn't it? So, Bernie's on his lead, and that's attached to my bed. He thought, that's weird, why are you doing that? The temperature has definitely dropped, and there's a hell of a draft in here, coming straight along the floor. It's not coming up to his height, but it's below. And it's the other side of the wall. So luckily this side there's not much of a draft. But I was getting cold. Unless I was sat directly in front of the fire. That wasn't going to work. Oh, I just hope this sleeping bag's enough. It says 30. Once I'm zipped up in it, it'll be fine. I'm wearing my layers at the moment. I don't have a beanie with me. Rookie mistake, but I've got a hood. See? You just slide up into this hood and it cinches down. It keeps you nice and warm. So I think I will be warm enough. I'm hoping I'm going to be warm enough. It's just the breeze and the wind has really picked up out there. The walls of the awning are moving now. You can see it there. You can see them moving. Not a lot. But the wind's only going to get a bit stronger. I'm just hoping that the forecast is right. You know, they get the forecasts wrong here a lot. I don't want to have to go out there and try and deal with this awning. So, fingers crossed, nothing happens. I'm really praying that nothing happens. I need this to be hunkered tonight, no problem. The awning is pegged down as much as I possibly can. The walls. The awning itself is pretty strong. So I'm just, yeah, I'll be like this all night. I do have earplugs with me, but I'm not going to wear them because I need to hear if something happens. I need to hear structural sounds, anything breaking, creaking, ripping. I need to hear all that stuff. He will not care no matter what. He doesn't care. Also, he can just get in the truck. So if I feel that it's too rough for him, he'll get in the truck. It's definitely not cold for him, just for me. As you can see, he's not even really curled up. He's got 2 layers here that he's on his sheepskin, so warm. He zonked himself out, lots of walks, got very excited with the goats. He's a bit comatose now. Aren't you, Bernie? Well, it's a lovely evening, lovely dinner. A couple of cups of tea and a zesty. I watched some YouTube. So I think now I'm just going to kick back a little bit. What time is it? 10 to 10. 20 to 10. And then, yeah, try and get some sleep. I wanted to go to bed pretty early, just in case. And it gets light early here now. It gets light around 6 a.m. Which is a good thing, because we can get up, get breakfast on. And that's when the worst of it's meant to happen. I can hear the wind in the trees. It's so loud. I wonder if you guys can hear that. I don't know. I want calm. I don't want a storm. Alright everyone, unless something major happens in the middle of the night, and I really don't want it to, fingers crossed, I'll bring you back in the morning. Good night everybody. Night Bernie. Nothing. Alright, night everyone. Okay. It is now 10 past 11. Stay in your bed, Bernie. It's 10 past 11. I haven't managed to get to sleep yet. And here's the problem. I can hear the wind out there, up in the tops of the trees. Not quite down here yet. But it is starting to flap a bit more in here. And there's a lot of flapping happening against that wall there. Now I just checked the forecast and it's been updated. We were meant to see gusts of maybe 30 kilometers an hour. Now the system that I've just looked at is showing gusts up to 75 kilometers an hour by the morning. And it's raining now. I can just hear it starting. I've got to make a choice. I've got to make a choice what to do here. I've been through this now once before and I lost an awning because I didn't pack it down. And the morning is going to get really strong now according to this forecast. Again, these forecasts change. I can't believe it's wrong again. So what do? I can either pack this down. It's not bad at the moment. That's the point. It's not bad at the moment. I mean, look, but I can hear it. It's getting bad. And this is now a quarter of what it's going to get to. If I pack down now, I know I'm going to be okay. And I'll just sleep in the truck. It'll be a horrible night's sleep. If I don't, I'm not going to get any sleep. And this could all get crushed by the morning. And then I'm in real trouble. I think I'm going to have to pack it down. I think I've got no choice. I just can't believe it. I can't believe I've had a camp ruined by the weather forecast again, being so wrong. This is going to be a long process. And I've just got to get it done. So what I think I might do is I'll put Bernie in the truck. He's fast asleep, look. I'll put Bernie in the truck. I'm going to get my wet weather gear on. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this again. What a nightmare. This is the absolute worst case scenario I could think of without me being in control. But right now I'm in control. But I might not be by the morning. Time will tell in the morning whether I made the right decision now or not. I know it doesn't look much in here now. But I'm telling you, the noise out there is getting so loud. And I've looked at the forecast and it's just going to get so much stronger now. It's coming out of nowhere. I thought it was just going to be a bit of a rainstorm stuff, but no, it's come out of nowhere. Right, I've got to pack down. So I'm going to have to put everything away, put Bernie in the car. So I'm going to get my gear on because it's cold and I'll bring you back packing down. Unreal. Unbelievable. Yeah, I've got no choice. Right, I'll get on with it. Don't pontificate. Okay. Oh, what a nightmare. But I think it's the safest thing to do. It's just out of an abundance of caution because I've been here before. And believe me, it's the absolute worst thing is having a collapsed shelter. It's just nothing worse. So let's pack everything away. I mean, Bernie's got no idea what's going on. But I don't think he actually cares. We're in for a miserable night in the truck. But a miserable night in the truck is better than a diabolical night in a collapsed, broken shelter. Oh. Trust me, I don't want to bail. I mean, I could even, if I had to, I could drive further down the hill. find a secluded spot and set everything up again. But what's the point in that? There is no point. Might as well stay here, get in the truck. I've done it so many times now. And just accept it. Oh, I'm sorry everyone, I really thought you were going to get to see a nice camp, because that's what I wanted. I even said 2 videos ago, all I want is a lovely camp. That's all I want now. I didn't want the wind. This is not intentional. So the tricky thing is going to be putting this awning down. It's going to be tricky to put the awning down because the wind. It's going to take it. So I've got to be super careful. Right, we're going to put Bernie's lights on just so I can see him when we go outside. I'll let him off. Take his lead off now. Oh, he's so warm and toasty. See, he doesn't know what's going on, but he doesn't care either. And he's off, which is good because I need his bed. You thirsty, Bernie? I'm sure I'm going to get loads of thumbs down for this, for bailing. I know people don't like to see bailed camps. But you know what? Judge me in the morning when we can properly assess what's going on then. Ah, so frustrating. Oh well, look, these things are going to happen. I knew there's just no way I was going to get to sleep with that noise. Wasn't going to happen. Might as well fill up with water while we're here. How you doing, Bernie? Oh, and I've just realised what I've done. Oh no, it's okay. I thought I'd packed the bed away with all my stuff in it. Woo! Poor Bernie doesn't have a bed now. But we'll get him sorted. To get the pegs out, I need my claw hammer. I'm sorry, Benny. I've taken your lovely warm bed away, haven't I? It's okay. Be warm in the truck. This is going to be a rubbish night's sleep. I don't think I've ever had a decent night's sleep in the truck. This is why I like camper vans. Okay, we'll take, I've got to empty my stuff out of here. Oops. Benny, he's so funny. Oh, I'll have to deal with all this mess tomorrow. Okay, there's no point wearing a hat out there because that's just going to blow off in the wind. Right, this can go away now. Find out, Bernie. Good boy. Gotta say, it's so easy packing this stuff away. Right now, I need to get this in the truck, so I just need to sneak it in the side here somehow. Truck's locked. I'm a bit discombobulated because I've got to put all this down yet, and that's the hardest bit. Right, I'm going to put Bernie in the truck. Come on, Bernie. Good boy. Go on then, up. Go on then, up, Bernie. Whoops. Come on, Bernie, up, come on, up. In your bed, come on, up. Bernie, up, go. Come on, Bernie. Good boy. Good boy. You got there in the end. Right. Okay. Oh, I'm so annoyed. This feels like such a failure. Right, I need the hammer. I've got to start taking all the pigs out. And the other thing I've got to do is take my power bank. Right, so what we'll do first is unzip this one. Right, claw hammer. Here it is. I need this one because it can pull the pegs out easily. Alright, let's start undoing all of this. Well, putting it down should be a lot quicker. But now it's not going to be guyed down. So I'm going to have to be pretty quick. So this filming might not be the best, I'm afraid. going to be a race against time. Hey Bernie. Right, let's get the pole back in, just in case we get a gust of wind. Alright, we've got to get all these pegs out. Can you hear the wind? It's so loud in the trees. Not hitting the microphone yet though. Hi Bernie. Alright, that's all the pegs. Woo. Right, now we need to take the poles out and put the tarp away. This is quite a quick thing. Okay, that's it. Let's put it away. Okay, we're all good. Right, let's make the bed up in there. Okay, let's do this. I've got my bed here, ready to go. Got to do this before the rain really kicks in. Luckily, I've used this before. And it's actually not that bad. It did work. So I've got a pump here. This should inflate relatively quickly. Oh no, my pump's not working. Uh-oh, maybe I blew a fuse. Damn, okay, gotta get my other pump out then. That's a shame. I've got to try that one more time. Ah, success. So these are the front airbags. Okay, and then I do the main bit. So you should see all of the bed inflate in one go now. Bernie! Bernie! Alright, oh there you are. Behind the camera, good boy. Come round. Come on. Right, we're good. Bernie, where are you? Bernie! Bernie! Come on. Right, we'll put Bernie in first. Come on then, Bernie. Up, up. Come on. Come on, up, 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 up. Lie down here. Lie down. Good boy. And that's it. That's going to be home. Right, let me get settled and I'll bring you in. I'll bring you inside. Well, I didn't think we'd be in here so soon. Bernie, are you quite comfortable? He is stretched out here. How did I do it last time with him? Oh, I had the seat folded down. That's right. I had the seat folded down so there was room for him to lie on the floor there. But this time, I've got him with me at my feet. Oh. Hello, my lovely. I think he's happy. Oh, big yawn. I think he's happy just to be next to me. Look at him. Can you see him? Honestly, he's taking up so much room. This poor Bolly. This is what Bolly has to put up with. He shoves her out the way, don't you? Why don't you turn around, Bernie? Hey? Why don't you come this way? Come round. Come on. There you go. Bit more room for everyone. There. Now you can lie down over there. Well, that's not going to work, is it? We can't sleep like this all night. No, we can't. Bernie, you can't lie on me. Unbelievable. I think he's confusing morning with bedtime. He's actually lying right on top of me. This is never going to work. Is it? Right, well, we timed that very well because I can hear the rain. Now I've got all my windows open slightly. Thank you for belching, Bernie. I'm just hoping the wind doesn't blow the rain in. If it does, I'll just do the windows up. But I don't want it to condensate in here. Right, Bernie, there's no way you're staying here like this. Oh, there. No, he's just clambered straight back on top of me again. Oh, how am I going to sleep? How am I going to sleep? This is going to be a horrible night. And we've got a moth in here as well. So look, I had to bail. I know it didn't look bad out there. I know it wasn't gusting, but you can hear it. You can feel it coming in, and the forecast has changed. I've checked it. And it is forecast 75 km/h winds. No way I want to have that awning and the walls out in that and lose another awning. Last time I should have packed up when I was on Mars and it happened. I should have just gone, you know what? Screw YouTube. You know, I'm not doing this. It's too risky, and I should have packed up. This time, once bitten, twice shy. I'm just not going to do it again. This moth. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it again. I'm not losing another piece of kit, having another big mess, and people saying it's all fake and I did it for clickbait. I'm not doing it again. So I'm sorry that people are going to moan that I bailed. Oh, we wanted to see how it coped and blah, blah, blah. You pushed it out too early. But I've also got to think of him. Yeah, he could have been in the truck and I could have been dealing with it all by myself out there, but I don't want to. Not for YouTube. Just no way. I want to camp for me and I film it. I'm not doing stuff to try and get clickbait. Look, I'm going to have a rubbish sleep, but at least it's a safe sleep. And I've got nothing to pack up in the morning. Depending on where the rain and whatever's happening, we'll find a secluded spot somewhere and we'll get coffee and do breakfast in the morning like that. You never know, I might be able to put the awning out again and just sit under it in the rain. All right, everyone. Well, I don't think anything big's going to happen now. So I've got to get rid of this one because he's not staying here like this all night. He's heavy, he's hot. He's so hot. He's giving off so much heat, which would be lovely in winter, but not now. I could put him on the front seat and let him curl up on there, but he's a bit big for that, really. The footwell is perfect, but there isn't enough room now because I haven't folded the seat down. Oh well. Bernie, you just can't stay like this all night. It's not going to work. Who's in charge? He's going to fall asleep on me. Bernie, you can't stay here. Right, I'm going to have to move him. He's going to have to stay in his little corner. And we'll bring you back in the morning. Night again, everybody. Night, night, Bernie. He wants strokes. Looks like a seal. Night, night, Bernie. Alright, night, everybody. Sit rep. It's 1:20. And it is absolutely chucking down. And I've now got Bernie here next to me. You can't see his head, but I've put all the blankets, piled everything up behind this seat so he can rest his head there. So he's here, and I can turn and spread out across the front like this, which is fine. I'm warm and comfortable, as comfortable as you can get, but I haven't slept yet because I keep listening to this storm and keep thinking how lucky I am that I didn't stay out there in it. Well, it's not luck, it was a decision, but it was the correct decision. It's so warm in here next to Bernie that I don't even need to be in my sleeping bag. I can just lie like this. Right, I've got to try and get some sleep. It's just very difficult. I'll keep trying. I'm glad I packed down. All right. It's 4 a.m. Sorry, Bernie. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, 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 shh. It's okay. It's alright. It's 4 a.m. Absolutely chucking down and howling out there. It's pretty bad. It's about as bad as you could imagine it could get. Bernie, I'm filming. You wanna lie down for me? Go back to bed. Good boy. Yeah, it's about as bad as you could expect. I'm so glad I packed down the awning. Oh. This could have got so bad. At least I'm getting some sleep. 5 a.m. It's just starting to get a little bit of light outside. It's pretty cold now, but the storm outside is just raging. Oh man, did I make the right decision. Never been more right. So much for a little bit of rain. It's absolutely been hammering down for a few hours now. The sound of the wind occasionally when it hits the trees and the truck sounds like a jet plane. There's no way I could have slept in there. The flapping, the noise would have been horrendous. And if one of those huge gusts had hit, I'm sure it would have taken out all the awning walls. Well, I'm going to see if I can get another hour's sleep or not. Mr. Fidget here. It's because I've started talking. Back to it. Morning, everyone. Morning, Bernie. Bernie. Bernie, you've been on me all night. You haven't missed me at all. You couldn't be any closer. Oh, what an awful night. But I'm so glad I did it. Listen to it out there. Gosh, the trees are bending so much. I hope there's no trees down. I do have my chainsaw with me though. You slept well, didn't you? Always does. Well, it's absolutely grim out there. So grim. At least I've got nothing to put away. I just have to drive off. I do want a coffee though. Oh my word. You quite comfortable? Oh, the trees are just bending so much. This is not going to be a nice drive back, I don't think. Right, I want to have a coffee, but I want to stand under the canopy and have it. So I'll leave my wet gear on. But I don't think this is the best spot to do it, because the wind is just ripping through here. Gosh, I can't believe the luck I packed down. Right, I've got to get up, let him out to pee, and I've got to have a coffee. Tidy up in here. So yeah, we'll go and get a coffee. We'll go and drive down the hill, down the mountain, get in the trees, out of the wind, and get a coffee on. Just a few camps ago I was saying I want nice weather, just gentle rain, no more wind. What happened to no more wind, Bernie? It's a full-on flipping storm out there. Right, let me get up. Alright, let's go out into the abyss. Yuck. Come on, Bernie. Good boy. Oh man, look at it now. It is ripping through. There's no way the awning would have withstood it. I'm just tucked out of the wind down here, but some of the gusts we got last night, that tree wasn't down like that last night. I hope we haven't got any trees down. Yeah, we should probably get out of here. Get our coffee down below, because this is quite bad up here. And I'm assuming we're a little bit shielded. Look at this side, it's dead calm. Look at that. Bernie, don't go far. But it is just ripping through. Yeah, I think we should get out of here. Let's get down below. We'll get down the mountain. We'll get our coffee on. Come on, Bernie. Here. Come on then, up, up. Go on, good boy. Come on, up, Bernie. Come on. Come on, up. Good boy. Right, let's bring his bowl in. Stay there, Bernie. Oh, yuck. Okay, you get in and sort this all out. Oh. Holy moly, Bernie. Right, we're completely misted up in here, so I'm gonna have to sit here for a bit, just demisting everything.
All required to really get.
Gosh. It's just horrible out there. It's so nasty. Right. Give it 5 minutes, demist, and then we'll head off. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go get this coffee. What do you think, Bernie? Should we go? And let's just hope there's no trees down. Oh, I'm glad that I'm not having to pack down my awning now in this. You see, look, you've got these pockets here where it just looks dead calm. But then you look up and it's ripping through. And last night we had a couple of gusts. Honestly, so loud, it was crazy. All right, lights on. Wow, it's a whiteout. You saw the road coming in yesterday. We better not have any landslips or anything, because that was quite a bit of rain last night. Oh gosh, I really, really need a coffee. Just need to find a sheltered spot. Wow, look at it here. Good Lord. Look at the wind. That is incredible. I've got to go out and show you this. Wow, I'm lucky. I am so lucky I packed down. This is what hit me last night. Check this out. Whoa. Okay, so we're calm here, but look at what's going on down here. It's ripping over the top here. Whoa. So this was the 75 km/h gusts, sustained winds of 30. If this had hit the awning, it would have gone. Definitely. That was the best move ever. Just the noise of this wind. I don't think the camera is doing it any justice. But trust me, it's flipping violent out there. Yeah, let's get all the way down this mountain. Find a secluded bit. What do you reckon, Bernie? Yeah, okay. All right, Bernie, let's go. Let's take it easy. Really hope there's no trees down in the pine forest. Do not fancy having to deal with a chainsaw right now in these conditions. And the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, so the temperature didn't drop, it just stayed at 10. Look at it ripping over here. moly. Whoa. You know, if I was in Buddy, I'd be worried in my camper van. Just the speed of this side wind. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. Gosh, they really got this forecast wrong yesterday. And it's a good job I checked last night just to double check late what's coming. That noise is the rain slamming into the side windows. Might still even be able to get breakfast once we get off here. This is the ropiest bit. Oh, come on. I know you can't see much either. It's a whiteout. I think I've got about 20 meters visibility. This is a bit I was going to camp in. It's relatively calm here. Well, no, it's not. Okay, it isn't. My normal camp spot right there. That's calm. It's not clipping that bit there. Okay, this is the last bit of blind drop off. Okay, we're off the worst of it. Now we're onto the track. Hopefully there's no trees down. I'll bring you back if there are. Otherwise, let's go and have coffee and probably breakfast at the bottom of the mountain. That's the safest bet. Well, we're down the bottom of the mountain and it's just as windy down here as it is up there. Big gusts. I don't know if there's anywhere we can go to get out of this wind. It's very slippery. It took half an hour to get down. There's one site we could try, which is a pull-in area, but look at it blowing these trees in front. It's ripping through here. Oh, I don't think this is gonna work. So I could go to the campsite, but judging by the amount of wind it's getting there and the rain, the ford will be blocked and it'll still be windy. I just don't know how to get out of this wind. It's swirling all over the place. This is a valley I'm in and it's just coming straight down the valley. Alright, I'll figure something out and I'll bring you all back. Well, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just getting worse and worse. Actually, as the forecast predicted, it was meant to get worse today. It's getting more and more windy. The rain is just pelting down. Oh, still a long way from home though, and I need a coffee. I basically got up and then left. So I might have to go to a cafe because I can't stand out in this, and it's just terrible. One other idea is I could go to the lockup, go to Buddy and have a coffee in Buddy because Buddy's in the lockup. Oh, I need to work it out. I'm tired and this weather is just so grim. Not the camp that I had in mind. Right, I think what we'll do is I'm just going to push on home, have a coffee at home when I get there. Bit of a disaster really. I can't do that, can I? I've got to have coffee. Right, you know what? No, I'm determined to have a coffee outside because this is what I do. So, I'm going to find a spot. Once I get off this road, I'm going to pull in, I'm going to open up, I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Yeah. Sit rep. The whole region is now in a heavy rainstorm warning, like amber warning. One off red, which is the worst. This truck in front of me has been sliding all over the place. There's no way I'm going to be able to pull over and have a coffee. So I'm going to go into my local little town here, Havelock, grab a coffee there, sit and bring it back into the truck, sit here and have it, and look out at a vantage point that I'll show you that's absolutely beautiful. It'll be quite interesting in these conditions. And yeah, we'll say our goodbyes then. So I just got to go and get this cup of coffee. I am not a quitter. I'm going to do this. Let's go out, let's get a quick coffee. I might regret it, but I'm near to home, so let's do this. Bernie, you got to stay in here and I'll bring the coffee back in. Oh, yuck, yuck, yuck. Oh no. Oh, you know what? It's not so bad once you're out of the rain. Oh, let me just set you up, hang on. I'm all discombobulated now. Right. Oh man. Okay. What we'll do is we'll use the electric kettle because it's so fast. it's fast and I really need this cup of coffee fast. Oh, so there, I'm by the side of the road, look. Okay, coffee. But look, oh, I need to wipe the, hold on. You see, look out there. I don't know if you can make it out. That is the Sounds, the Marlborough Sounds, very famous. Of course, it's a complete whiteout. But look how beautiful it is. So yeah, I'm not a quitter. I had to have a cup of coffee. There was no way I was going to do this and not have my coffee. Just no way. So we're going to have, I think, a Jed's coffee. Coffee bag. Jed's number 4. Just a nice, wholesome black coffee. Oh man, can you see what's going on behind me? So they've uprated the storm again. Can you believe this? So it's a really good job. I packed the tarp, the awning away. Could you imagine if one of these gusts had hit me and I just wouldn't have slept at all? It would have been an absolute disaster of a night. And don't get me wrong, it was a rubbish night anyway. I didn't really sleep. Right, so I finally get my coffee, even if it is by the road. The Queen Charlotte Drive. My wife texted me and said there's been a big accident up ahead. The wind, massive truck, it's flipped it over. So I might be waiting for a while anyway. All right, everyone. Thanks again for coming on this. It's been a weird one. It hasn't gone according to plan. Oh, my first coffee. Hallelujah. So yeah, thanks for coming on this one. And look, I just want some nice gentle rain cams without the massive storm. That's my goal. This isn't clickbait. I didn't, plan this. The forecast changed and it just is what it is. So, thank you to all our members, YouTube members, everyone who's bought merch, all the likes, subscribes, the Patreon members and the Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you so much. Please go over to social media, to Facebook, Instagram, we're on there, and on X. And don't forget the competition. Post photo. Once this video comes up for, I think, 48, 72 hours, I'll allow it. Post photos of you watching one of our videos. And I'll feature the top 3. We'll say goodbye to Bernie as well. But it is chucking down, so it's not going to be a long one. Hang on. Right, you stay there, Bernie. Just say goodbye. Bye-bye, Bernie. Bye, everybody. Bye. Oh, man. It's just chucking down. It's just so violent. It's just so gross. This is a typical, actually what I would say is a typical AB camping video. Nothing goes according to plan. And I was going to have salmon and eggs for breakfast. I've got them in the fridge. That obviously wasn't meant to be. Alright everyone, thanks very much for coming. I'll bring you back next time with Tony and Bernie from AB Camping. Thanks everyone. See you next time. Bye, Bernie.